Physics in relation to other subjects. Physics in relation to technology and society. So technology is the application of the principles of physics for practical purposes. So the application of knowledge for practical purposes in various fields to invent and produce useful products or to solve problems is known as what? Technology. So applying the physics concepts is called as what? Technology. Okay. So that is technology is practical one. We are applying the theoretical concept to produce many practical purposes. Thus, physics and technology or both together impact our society directly or indirectly. Okay. So applying physics concepts and producing many useful products is having a great impact on the society. First one, basic laws of electricity and magnetism lead to discovery of wireless communication technology, which has shrunk the world with effective communication over large distances. In olden days, if we have to communicate from one part of the world to another part of the world, we have to wait for so much of time. But today, with the help of electricity and magnetism, we have discovered the wireless communication technology, which has made the world shrunk. Shrunk means what? Smaller than before. Okay. So today, what is happening in one part of the world can be communicated to another part of the world by means of what? Wireless communications. So with the launch of the satellite into space has revolutionized the concept of communications. So because of satellite communication only, this was possible. Now microelectronics, lasers, computers, superconductivity, and nuclear energy have comprehensively changed the thinking of living style of human beings. These are all some of the advancements today which we are enjoying. Okay. Microelectronics, lasers in the field of medicines, microelectronics in production of so many electrical instruments, electronic instruments, computers, which plays a very important role in our work fields, and superconductivity is another emerging field, and nuclear energy in the production of what power. All these have changed our human lifestyle. In olden days, didn't have all these things, but today we are in a fast uh, scientific world. So why we are having all these things? Because of the inventions and discoveries of what scientists. Okay. Now physics in relation to chemistry. Physics be a fundamental science. It has played a vital role in development of all the other sciences also. So in physics, we study the structure of the atom, radioactivity, X-ray diffraction, all these we are studying. Okay. Now, these studies has enabled the researchers in chemistry to arrange the elements in the periodic table based on atomic numbers. When we are studying the structure of the atoms, we are finding out how many electrons are there in the atom. Okay, based on number of electrons, they are giving the atomic numbers. Based on atomic numbers, the periodic table was what? Arranged. Okay. Also, it is helping us to know the nature of valence and chemical bond and to understand the complex chemical structures using diffraction techniques and other things. We are finding the bonding between the atoms in the solids and also about what? The complex chemical structures. The interdisciplinary branches like physical chemistry and quantum chemistry is also playing an important role. These are all some of the chemistries which are having relations with that of what? Physics. The next thing is physics in relation to biology. Now, biological studies are impossible without a microscope designed using physical principles. That is, we all know for studying biology, we need a microscope. So, this microscope is based on the principle of optics and physics. The invention of electron microscope. So, today, this is a great boon to the field of biology. So, the invention of electron microscope is made possible to see even the structure of a cell. X-ray and neutron diffraction techniques are helped us to understand the structure of nucleic acids. So nucleic acids are the one which is controlling the vital life processes. Okay. So by studying these structures, we are able to understand about these nucleic acids. And these X-rays are used in diagnostic purposes. We all know it is used to find it out the fractured bones or any foreign particle in our body. All for all these purposes, X-rays are used. And radioisotopes. These radioisotopes are used in radiotherapy for the cure of what cancer and other diseases. And in recent years, the biological studies are made using the physics principles. That is, in point of physics, we are studying the biological principles so that there will be more advancement in biology. Okay. The next is physics in relationship with mathematics. We all know physics plays a very important role in mathematics. Okay, physics is a quantitative science. Quantitative means what? Measurable and verifiable. Quantitative means measurable and verifiable. So it is closely related to mathematics as a tool for its development. So mathematics helps physics for its development. The language of physics is nothing but what? Mathematics. The next one is physics in relation to astronomy. We are using astronomical telescopes to study the motion of planets and heavenly bodies. For telescopes, the principle is behind what? Physics. Radio telescopes are there for the astronomers to observe distant points of the universe. There also we are using the principles of what? Physics. Okay. And studies of universe are done using what? Physical principles. So today there are many various studies were going on about the universe. So that is done using what? Physical principles. The next one is physics in relation to geology. You know what is geology? Geology is study of earth and rocks. Okay. So diffraction techniques help to study the crystal structure of various rocks. So using the principle of diffraction, we are studying the crystal structure of what? Rocks. And radioactivity, this is another principle of physics which is used to estimate the age of rocks, fossils, and the age of earth. So physics plays a very important role in what? Geology. The next is oceanography. How physics is related with oceanography. Now, oceanography is study of oceans. Okay. So the oceanographers, that is the person who is studying about the ocean, is called as oceanographer. He seek to understand the physical and chemical processes of the oceans. So using some instruments which are designed using physical principles. And they measure the parameters such as temperature, salinity. Salinity, that is the salt content of the water, and current, speed, the speed of the current, glass fluxes, and chemical components. These are some of the parameters studied by the oceanographers with various instruments. So physics plays a very important role in oceanography also. Physics in relation to psychology. How it is related to psychology? Now, all psychological interactions can be derived from physical process. The movement of neurotransmitters. What do you mean by neurotransmitters? Is nothing but the neurons. So the neurons are the chemical substances that carries messages between, or the neurons. That is, the neurotransmitters are the one which is carrying the messages between the neurons which is present in our body. Okay. Now these are governed by the physical properties of diffusion and molecular motion. Okay. So how these neuron transmitters are moving within our body. So this is based on the property of what? Diffusion and molecular motion. Now the functioning of our brain is related to underlying dualism. What is a dualism? That is, our brain is functioning with a dual property, that is body and mind. Body and mind. Okay. So these are all related to with that of what? Physics. These are all how it is related to that of physics. Now nature teaches true science with physics as an efficient tool. So nature is a teacher for us. It teaches us the true science. Okay, so study of physics means what? Study about nature and natural phenomena. Okay, science and technology should be balanced, used in a balanced manner. It should not destroy the nature. It should not become weapons. Today, people are using what? Science to destroy the world. They are building up nuclear weapons, chemical weapons, biological weapons, like that. Many things are going on. Okay, all that is for destructive purposes. But we should not use science for destructive purposes. We should not use science for what? Destructive purposes. Science and technology should be in a balanced manner. And global warming and other negative impacts of the technology should be what? Checked. So because of so much of advancement in technology, there are some negative impacts also. The globe is getting warmed. Okay, so this is a great threat. Climate change is taking place. That is also a great threat to the human society. Okay, so all these to be what? Noted. Okay. So safe science is essential. Safe science is what? Essential. And we have to use the moderate and appropriate use of what? The technology. Technology should be used in a moderate and in an appropriate manner, not in a what? Destructive manner. Okay. So safe science is what? Is today's need. Okay. So people should use science for the betterment of human living, not to destroy the nature and the humans. Okay. So there are lot of scope and opportunities are there in studying physics. This is not restricted with this. Physics is also having what? Many relations with other subjects also. We have learned a little only. I hope you have understood all these things. So this is a very important thing, how physics is with related with that of what? Other subjects. Knowing this, we can study more about what? Physics.